Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, the only channel where no matter how many YouTube videos I watch, I still have no idea how to style my curtain bangs. Because I'm brand new, someone messaged me and said I should try a newbie tag, so here I am, a newbie. Getting tagged. Let's go! Why did you start this channel? I recently finished a literature degree and I really miss talking to people about books, that whole world, so I thought what better way to do it than on Booktube, because I've been watching others for like a decade now. Recently with the rise of book talk, I want to combine these two, want to create content in that way. It might be fun. Basically like a vlog. Keep up with what I'm reading, what I was feeling. So this is the perfect way to sort of encapsulate that forever online. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I'm really excited to bring a different voice, different perspective. Everyone who's on Booktube at the moment comes from different backgrounds. It's so cool to watch and hear their different opinions and how that's influenced by their experiences. So much to gain depending on the variety of the voices involved. Also do improv based on literature. One is called Phonies, where, if you can guess, it's Salinger improv. We ask people when they felt like a phony and we do a whole improvised show based on that. The other one is improvised Jane Austen, where it's me and again a whole bunch of talented people come together based on an audience suggestion of an Austen novel. We then create that on stage. One of my favorite things is just dissecting the tropes and what works and what doesn't. Love nerding out while also making people laugh. It is one of my favorite things to do on the planet ever in history. I like making people laugh. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Really excited to like read more books, meet more people that read books, talk about books. Basically my life revolves around the written word, if you cannot tell already. Why do you love reading? Immersive experience where you can live outside of yourself and learn. It's adventure. There's also that really popular quote that I'm going to paraphrase very badly. You know what? I'm just gonna Google it. I have my phone in my hand. Let's Google it. Reading books, 1,000 lives. A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies, and the one who doesn't read lives just one. Our boy George R.R. Martin wrote that, and he's killed 1,000 characters, so you know he knows what he's talking about. Which books or series got you into reading? Every Aussie kid has read Paul Jennings. Having this community experience with readings really drew me into that. Also the famous fairy series. I don't know if there's like an official name for it, but each book followed a different fairy, whether it was like a pantomime fairy or like color series, like a red fairy. That was like the MBTI tests before we got to do the personality tests when we were older. But other than that, I really loved the Simpsons comics. I know those contributed. The main series that I'm still completely obsessed with a decade later, the entirety of the Shadowhunter Chronicles owns my heart. As soon as I read the first book, I was like, this is gonna be my thing forever now. And I was right. I read whatever I could in school, used to fill my reading journal. I just loved having those stickers. Again, I'm not sure if it's just an Oz experience, but we used to have these little reading journal books, put in how many hours we read, what books we read, and what level they were at. We'd get them checked by a teacher every day. That was the highlight of my day for sure. Oh my god, I was such a nerd. Is a key word there. What challenges do you think starting a Booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Editing. I can't even pronounce the word correctly. That's how much it strikes fear into my heart. As I'm getting more comfortable in front of the camera as myself, just staring into the barrel is so foreign to me. Like a big no-no in the acting world. Sorry, I'm just pointing out my acting books. Yeah, I've got Stanislavski that I've never read. When did you start reading? I started reading, and this is still one of my like prized possessions, the Bible, but it was a comic book Bible, like illustrated, but like particularly that sort of 90s Superman comics, and I was like obsessed with that, and I'd read it every night before bed. That really got me into reading. What kind of books do you like to read? If you couldn't tell, the books behind me right now, a lot of fantasy, classics. I usually just stuck with YA fantasy growing up. Basically anything that has magic or like good characters. I'm not really fussed. I like reading everything and everything. Whatever you read will have an impact on your life in some way, and you learn, I think, whether you want to or not. Try to keep my reading as varied as I can. Thank you so much for watching my ramblings. Maybe like and subscribe so we can go on this journey together. See you next time. Didn't do a degree just to buy more books. Like I did it to be a more well-rounded, educated person, but like 70% was to read some Penguin classics.